What if the best part of a trip isn't the places you plan to visit, but the ordinary moments you never planned for? This video is about a recent trip that I took to Livermore. Bags are packed again. Is this madness what it is? I don't know. But I'm going to Livermore to visit. And who am I visiting now? Another of my kids, my daughter this time, and my two other grandkids. Let's come along. It's going to be fun. And I was thinking, every time I go from one child to another, I notice how different family life can be. I have a daughter, I have a son, and I have another daughter. And then I have grandchildren of different ages and different everything. And honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm observing a whole little experiment because sons are one way and daughters are another, and each daughter is different, and each grandchild is something else altogether. We are taking the Vasco Road today on our way to Livermore. And almost immediately the landscape starts to change. As we continue, we can see farms, vineyards, and fields of fruit along the way. It is such a beautiful combination of open land and agriculture. And then it changes again. The golden hills of California stretch out on both sides of the road, catching the Californian sunshine. And let's not forget the windmills. The windmills, and you see them standing tall against those rolling hills, turning slowly in the breeze. I love drives like this because they remind me that California is so much more than its cities and beaches. Sometimes the road itself is the experience. One of our stops in Livermore was Meadowlark Ice Cream. Now, this was my first time here, and the first thing I noticed was the line. Look at the line. I had my daughter, my son in law, my two grandkids, and my husband with me, and we all joined the queue. And I remember thinking, this is a really long line for ice cream. What the fuck? But then I started watching the people coming out after getting their ice cream. And everybody who got their ice cream before us looked so happy. They were enjoying it, smiling, licking their cones. And I thought, okay, there must be something special here.
ये मेरा राइट वनीला
But the older the grandchildren get, the more interesting it becomes. When they are little, you're deciding what they are going to eat and where they are going to go, what they are going to do. And as they get older, they start they start deciding everything, even which movie I'm going to see. They have their own opinions, their own choices, their own ideas about what is fun. And suddenly, grandma is no longer the entertainment director. Grandma is being taught and told what is what. And that's about everything. And then we ended up at the movies. Now, going to a movie theater here in the USA, California, Chicago, wherever, it makes me notice the little differences. In Delhi, going to the movies can almost be a whole outing. You get dressed, like really dressed. You decide where to eat. You fight the traffic. You find parking. And by the time you actually reach the cinema, you've already had an experience. Here, everything feels a little more relaxed. You drive there, park, walk in, no crowds, and that's it. Although I have to say, I still haven't managed to stop comparing the popcorn. But the best part is still the same. You're sitting together, eating more popcorn than you probably should. And watching a movie. And guess which movie I got to watch? Today we are going to watch Spider-Man. Oh my god. Now I have to confess, this is not necessarily the movie I would have chosen myself. But when you have grandchildren, you learn that sometimes or most of the times you don't choose the movie, the grandchildren choose the movie. And probably that's the biggest difference for me. The cinema may be different, Delhi may be different from California, but sitting in the dark, watching a movie with people you love, that part hasn't changed. As we went into the theater, I found myself looking around and taking in all these little details. There's something I enjoy about visiting places that are completely ordinary for the people who live here, but new for me. A movie, a movie theater may not sound like a travel experience. It may not sound like an experience at all. But when you are in a new country, even familiar things can feel different. The theater was so comfortable and so different, and the popcorn was so out of this world. So I have to really admit that I enjoy moments like these. I'm just saying that's not a flash. The movie was fun, but so was the experience. And the grandkids loved Spider-Man. Can you imagine me watching Spider-Man? As we walked out, we came across a concert happening in the downtown area. We hadn't planned for this at all,
Do not
but that's
climb
one
on
of
the
the
water
things
ball.
that is fun about traveling. Sometimes the best moments are the
Exactly.
ones you don't plan. And do you know where we are all headed to? Somehow, our evening led us back to the ice cream again, and this time we went to a different location with the same ice cream shop we had visited the night before. It made me smile because clearly one visit wasn't enough. And this time we were discovering another part of Livermore along the way. A movie, a walk, live music, and ice cream. Sometimes an
Just a
ordinary
high
evening
five.
turns into a really lovely memory for me and my whole family. My son also came. So I had three grandsons, a granddaughter, a daughter in law, a son in law, and the husband. Quite a few people, all enjoying ice cream.
Order for Mary. Me.
So this wasn't really a sightseeing trip to Livermore. It was just a family trip. And perhaps that's what I'm enjoying most about being in California right now. I'm exploring a new place, but I'm also seeing my family in a different stage of their lives. And maybe that's what life is all about. We keep traveling, we keep discovering new places, but along the way, we also discover how much our own family has changed. And I'm very happy that I get to be here to watch it happen. And maybe that's what I love about these moments. The movie changes, the country changes, the children grow up, but sitting together and enjoying a movie and enjoying popcorn with your family, that never really changes. This is Smiles and Moments. I'll see you in the next video.